Imagine this. It's a perfect morning. You're ready to take on the day, your tractor's fueled up, and you're set to make some serious progress on the farm. But then, nothing. The engine won't start or the hydraulics fail. Suddenly, your productive day just turned into a waiting game for repairs. Today, we're diving into the 5 most common tractor problems and, more importantly, how to fix them fast. Because in the world of farming, downtime is money lost, and we're here to keep your operations running smoothly. So let's get into it. Stick around because these tips could save you serious time and money. Our first problem, battery trouble. It's one of the most common and frustrating issues. Your tractor sits idle for a few weeks, and when you finally need it, it's dead. Batteries can drain over time, especially in cold weather or when not in regular use. Before you head to the store for a new battery, here's a tip. Always keep a battery tender or trickle charger on hand. Connect it when your tractor's in storage. It keeps the battery charged without overloading it. And don't forget to regularly clean off any corrosion from the terminals. A simple wire brush can make all the difference. Quick question, how many of us have left our headlights on overnight? Yeah, guilty here too. But battery issues are just the beginning. Next up is something that could leave you stranded in the middle of a job. Fuel problems are another major roadblock. Contaminated fuel, clogged filters, or air in the fuel lines can all prevent your tractor from starting or running smoothly. Here's what you do. Regularly replace the fuel filters. Don't skip this step. And if you're facing starting issues, check for air in the fuel lines. A quick bleed can often solve this. Consider using a fuel stabilizer, especially if you're storing fuel for long periods. It's a small step that keeps your engine running clean. And speaking of keeping things clean, let's talk about something that often gets ignored until it's too late. Next, we've got hydraulic problems. Ever tried lifting a heavy load only for your hydraulics to suddenly give out? That's not just frustrating, it's risky. Check your hydraulic fluid levels regularly and change the fluid based on your tractor's manual. Over time, dirt and moisture can get into the system, causing it to fail. And if you notice sluggish performance, it might be a sign that you need to replace or clean the hydraulic filters. Let's be real here. Who checks their hydraulic levels before every single job? But now you'll know why you should. Now, let's move from hydraulics to something even more critical, keeping your tractor's heart running smoothly. Overheating is another issue that can seriously damage your tractor's engine. It often happens in the heat of summer when you're pushing the machine hard. Start with the radiator. Make sure it's clean and free from debris. Dust, dirt, and grass clippings can clog the fins. Also, keep your coolant levels topped off and flush the system as recommended. If your tractor is still running hot, check the thermostat and water pump. Let's cool things down for a second and talk about a problem that's less intense, but just as frustrating if ignored. Finally, we have tire issues. It might not sound urgent, but low tire pressure or worn-out treads can slow you down and put strain on your tractor's performance. Check tire pressure regularly, especially before heavy tasks. Uneven wear is also a sign you might need to rotate the tires or adjust the alignment. And of course, if the treads are worn, it's time for new tires. You don't want to be slipping around when you need traction most. Ever driven a tractor with a flat tire? Not the best way to start your morning. Now, these are the top 5 issues, but remember, regular maintenance can prevent most of them. Which brings me to one last thing. Keeping your tractor in top shape isn't just about avoiding breakdowns. It's about investing in a reliable, profitable operation. Every tip here, when practiced regularly, will save you downtime, frustration, and money in the long run. If you want to dive deeper into how to keep your tractor running smoothly, check out my video on tractor maintenance tips for beginners. It's packed with insights that every tractor owner should know. So click over to that video now and let's keep your tractor and your farm running at peak performance.